Hi, I'm Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about my channel and what's going on with me and some of the things I see happening in the future. I think you probably noticed that I haven't had as many videos going up as I used to. I used to have at least one a week, and there have been stretches of time when there hasn't been anything, and I think I've gone as long as a month without putting a video up. And that's because I've been ill. It started back in January. I wound up in the emergency room with abdominal pain, and after some tests were run, they were concerned about ovarian cancer. So I had surgery, and initially the frozen section that they did during surgery came back benign. So we thought we were in the clear, but when the final pathology report came back, they did find cancer. So I had to go back and have a second surgery to get more biopsies done, and those were all clear. So we were looking good, and then I had a third surgery to have my Mediport inserted so I could have chemotherapy. And chemo, I had to have some rest time between the surgeries to kind of recover from those before starting the chemo. And I actually had the chemo the day after the third surgery, but I wound up being allergic to the chemo drug and it went into anaphylactic shock, so we had to regroup, and the doctor found another drug that I could take, and we started again. So the chemo's been rough. I don't know that there's any chemo that isn't rough, but I'm doing okay. I am having side effects. There are a lot of side effects with chemo, and I've had quite a few of them. I do have my own hair yet. It's thinner than normal. My hair is normally really thick, and but now it's thin, and but it's still mine, and I haven't lost all of it yet. But you know, that could still happen. I still have a little ways to go. I have one more month to go with the chemotherapy, and I have 2 more treatments, and that'll be done in about a month's time, and then I have the aftercare. But the reason I haven't been doing as many videos is because of the fatigue, which is one of the side effects. I wasn't strong enough to move the quilting machine. I wasn't strong enough to stand for more than 5 minutes at a time. With all of those surgeries and the effects of the chemo's been attacking my bone marrow, and what that has been doing is lowering my red blood cells, my hemoglobin, my white blood cells, and my platelets. So when I get to the cycle in the chemotherapy where it is the strongest, that's when I feel the most fatigued. And I am still working my other job, and I've had to cut my hours back there because I just can't make a full day. I get too exhausted. So with the platelets also being low, I have to be really careful around all the tools that we use for quilting. So anything sharp. So that's the rotary cutter, that's needles, that's pins, that's, you know, the needles on the quilting machine. All of that I have to be careful around. So there for a while it was just no quilting. But about a month ago I did start quilting again. I'm piecing a Broken Star quilt, and I was starting to feel a little bit better, and I really needed to get back into quilting to kind of boost my own morale, because you know, when this is your favorite thing in the world to do is to quilt, and you can't do it because you're sick, that doesn't help your morale any. I mean, I was just feeling really down, and I just had to get back to quilting. So I've just been extra careful, and so far everything's been fine. As far as my health, I've had a little bit of a setback. On Friday I started feeling really bad and really weak, and went in to see the doctor, and they drew blood, and all my blood counts were extremely low. So they sent me to the infusion clinic at the hospital, and I had transfusion of platelets and a transfusion of blood. So today I'm feeling pretty good. Yesterday I was feeling pretty tired. I didn't do anything yesterday, but today I'm feeling better. So it's I think it's all kicking in and things are going good. My cancer is just at stage 1, so I'm expecting a full recovery from this. So I'm not worried about that at this point. I'm just wanting to get through the end of this, get through the aftercare, and then try and get, my old life back again. I also, while I've been kind of slowing down with quilting and not doing as much taping, I've been getting some feedback from people. I've been asking people that I know what would they like to see on this channel and what can I do to improve it. And one of the people is my oldest daughter, and a friend of hers who also has a YouTube channel, and then some people from that, some of you who have watched it have commented that they like to see more of my face, see more of me in these videos. And the reason you don't is because I haven't figured out how to get me in the shots while I'm quilting. And while I'm quilting, I would like to narrate what I'm doing. But with the weather here in Missouri this year has just been crazy. The winter was extremely cold, and we had no spring. We went directly from 30-degree weather to 90-degree weather. And what that means is, since my studio is in the basement, that's also where the furnace is. So the furnace is running almost constantly. And the background noise is so loud, it's distracting. I mean, you could probably hear me, but that background noise, when I view the video back that I've taken, it just drives me crazy that there's all this noise in the background. So what I've been doing is doing a voiceover, or I'll wait until the furnace stops and I'll run down here and do a couple minutes of video and post that. And that's why you've been seeing a lot more of the design work and no quilting, besides the fact that I've been too weak to move the machine, and just fatigued, and just haven't had the energy. But right now I have a broken star quilt on the machine, and this is going to my oldest daughter. This is one I promised her for her high school graduation. Well, she graduated 4 years ago, so I'm just now getting to it, and she's looking forward to it, and I really was hoping to get it done before now, because she's moving overseas, and I wanted to get it to her before she moved, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to ship it to her when it's done. But I videotaped this from the beginning, because this is a kind of a complex quilt. It has a lot of Y seams in it, and there's diamonds in the star points, and then it has the piece blocks in it. And these are the same blocks that are in all of these design videos that I've been doing lately on the sampler quilt. It's the same patterns, but it's not the same blocks. That pattern came in 2 different colorways, and that was the traditional one that I was showing you, and this quilt that's going to my daughter is in the brights, and that is a lot of bright fabrics on a black background. So it's really pretty, it's really striking, and the quilting is going well on it, and I have videotapes, a couple of hours of video. I think I probably have 4 or 5 hours of video on here. But you hear that furnace running in the background, and I'm going to have to voice over. I'm going to have to piece together and voice over that. So you still aren't going to see me much in those videos that come from that. But I'll work on that. I'll try and get myself in these videos somehow. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll work on that. And another thing people were saying, they wanted to see more of the actual quilting as opposed to all the design work I've been doing. So I kind of explained why that design work was going on, and I'll work on getting more of the quilting in there. I'm still working on getting my lighting fixed. I still haven't gotten that down the way I would like it to be, and that's just that's just the lighting from the machine casting shadows on the quilt top. As you can see, I'm sitting in my studio now. I'm up against another project that I'm going to do here after the Broken Star. And you know, the lighting's good, but when I turn on the camera and I videotape when I'm quilting, it's dim. And I have lights coming from the sides of the machine as well as from above the machine, and yet I'm still not happy with the lighting, but I don't know what to do about that yet either. I'll just continue trying different things until I can get it so that you can see. I think if I had somebody that would videotape for me, run the camera for me while I'm quilting, I think that would help, but I don't have anyone to do that. My husband's working, and when he gets home, he doesn't want to run the camera, and my youngest daughter is still at home, but she's not capable of running it either. It's not something she can do. So this is just what it is for now, and I'll see if I can improve. But I do have quite a few projects still. I'm not quilting for customers anymore. I haven't for a year now, but I have a lot of my own projects. Some of my vintage quilts like this one here, and then some other projects that are my own that I just haven't gotten done yet. So there will be more coming, and hopefully the videos will come a little bit faster than what they have. So I'll be tweaking things a little bit, and if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, you know, put it in the comments, and then I'll look at those and see if I can get that taken care of. So I hope you've had a good summer. I think my summer, it's as good as it can get. Dealing with cancer is rough, and all the doctor's appointments and all the cancer treatments, the chemotherapy treatments take up a lot of time. All the side effects that you deal with, you know, the nausea, the fatigue, those are the ones that I deal with the most. So they just take time, they take energy, and by the end of the day, I just don't have a whole lot to spare. So it is what it is, and we're dealing with it the best we can, and at the moment, that's got to be my priority. It's I have to follow all the rules, and you know, just keep very aware of what's going on. Like Friday, when I wasn't feeling well, and calling the clinic and saying, okay, something's not right, and they had me come in, so they're really good. They're watching me close, and I have a good team, so I'm not worried about any of that. That'll all work itself out. So this fall, hopefully things will get back to normal, and I can do a little bit more with this channel, and I really hope you're having a good summer, and until I get past this hurdle, and things are just going to be a little bit slow. So anyway, I will see you again hopefully soon. I'll be working on that video with the Broken Star and get some of that posted, and till then, happy quilting. Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my newest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.